welcome back to my channel, All Things Armani&Aviena, and today we're going to be talking about periods. Yes, that time of the month, the lady that's unwanted, the person that comes creeping up when you're sleeping, periods. Because you know what, I feel like we do not have enough videos out there about this, and for some reason, us as ladies, women, people in general, we're embarrassed by periods, and I don't feel like we should be. So I know this video isn't currently like any of the other videos that are on my YouTube right now. It's okay. I like to make all types of content. And I just feel like this is something that should be talked about, something that I should give my perspective on. So with that being said, let's get into the video. First thing I'm going to talk about is how periods should not even be a thing. The Lord knows He was giving us the most and doing the most when He was giving us periods that come once a month, sometimes twice a month, and then they just come whenever they want. For some people, they just come whenever they want. There is no, oh, I'm coming on this day or this day. Some people got it bad and just boom, I'm here. There's no preparation, nothing. I'm here. No, but seriously, so just for people who don't know and maybe tuning into this video just to figure out what a period is. A period is when you bleed and your body is cleansing itself. It's when you're old enough to carry children and your uterus lining starts to shed, and it cleans out your insides pretty much. How to prepare. So when I was heavier, my periods, the first 3 days, I would say at least the first 2 days, used to be so bad. I used to cramp so bad. Like I used to feel like I was dying. My best friend would laugh at me and tell me I'm being a baby, but I used to feel like I was literally dying, y'all. It was so hard to walk. I would cramp so bad. Sometimes I would throw up. Like, it's crazy. So I had a whole ritual that I used to do to help make my period easier. Don't laugh, y'all, but literally the day, because I have my period tracker. So the day before I would get my period, I would warm up a hot cup of water in the microwave. I would drink that hot cup of water with a lemon, and I would drink probably maybe 3 cups of hot water, and get a hot towel, put some hot water on the towel, put in cold water, put some cold water on the towel, put it in the microwave, and a bowl of water, in case somebody doesn't. Put in a bowl of water, and then put it in the microwave, and until it's hot, and I lay it on myself and wake up in the morning. I already got a panty liner on, I already got a pad on, and I am prepared, so I do not feel like that day. I make sure that whole first day of me starting, I would not drink or eat anything cold. So no ice cream, no ice drinks. If it was summertime, I guess I was just drinking lukewarm water. I sure was, because anything cold would really cramp me. So if that's what you guys have, or if that's happened to you guys, that's just some of the things that I used to do. I don't, like I said, I don't get those problems anymore. It's not that hard. But if I ever do get a horrible cramps again, I already know what to do. So I'm just sharing my little remedy that I do with you guys. And let's talk about why we're embarrassed. I don't even know why we are embarrassed as women to talk about our periods. Everybody gets them. Everyone gets them. At some point in your life, you as a girl, a woman, a lady, older lady, has had a period. So why are we so ashamed? Men know we have periods. We have freaking babies by them. So, I mean, there's come on. I mean, if you have a boyfriend, I'm pretty sure you tell him, I'm on my period, babe. So it's like, why are we so embarrassed when we go out in public, carry a pad around, we have to hide it, keep it together, or tampon, panty liner, we don't want no one to see. And that's not okay, ladies. We're better than this, okay? We know. Hey, no shame in our game. We just bleed once, maybe twice a month. We wish the men did, and we didn't have to. But sadly, we do. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Pads, tampons, panty liners. So I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I started off using pads. So let me just go to the beginning. Let's get back all the way to when I believe I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So it had to be like 11, 12 when I first got mine, right? When I first got my period. So it's a funny story. I woke up, went to use the bathroom, looked at my underwear, and I was bleeding. I did, for some reason, it just didn't even pop into my head that I was having a period, nothing like that. So I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I need you in the bathroom. She's like, what? What do you need? Because she's making breakfast. So I'm like, I need you in the bathroom. Come here. At the time, my auntie was living with us, so I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't want to just scream out the bathroom, I'm bleeding from my vagina. So I called her again and I'm like, Mom, I need you in the bathroom. And she's like, girl, what do you need? And I'm just like, I'm bleeding from my vagina. I had to scream it out to the whole house. And then she came in laughing at me and proceeded to tell me how to use a pad. So, when you're a beginner, you start off with the pads. Not gonna lie, you guys, I used a pad for a very long time because I did not, just a second. I did not know how to use a tampon. These things are tricky if you do not know how to use them. There are all types of tampons out there for people who want to know. Tampons, let's just go ahead and open this. Right? You open it. If you just have a regular tampon, you open it. You take it, go at an angle, stick it in the hole. You want to hold this part while it's in your hole. Push it up. And what you're going to do is make sure your string is, out. And then you're just going to, don't touch this part. This is going to be inside you. The part that you're holding, you're just going to floop. And now this is inside your hole and you have a string. That's how you use a tampon. But for me, for the longest, don't laugh, you guys. I couldn't stick it in there. I don't know. I couldn't get it in there. It wasn't working for me. So sometimes tampons can be hard for people, it's not just you guys. Not I also have been losing a lot of weight from the time when I was just using pads. When I was just using pads, I was a little heavier. I was around between the size of 170 and 190. That's the size I was between when I was using pads. And my flow, I wouldn't say it was heavy, but it definitely wasn't light. But now, I can't tell you guys my weight because I'm going to be doing a challenge video. But right now, I'm way less than that. And my period is very light. I don't know about other people, but my period only lasts about 4 to 5 days. Um, it's pretty light, I think now, only because I've lost so much weight. But a lot of people say that just because you're skinny don't mean you have a light period. I can tell you now because even though my period is light, the day one, the very first day, is so heavy. Like a tampon lasts an hour on my first day. It lasts an hour. A pad, 2 hours. This is a thick pad. So that means I'm like really heavy flow bleeding. So, it's not unnatural or uncommon for you to have a heavy flow and then go light, or have a light flow and then go heavy. Toxic shock syndrome. Let's talk about that, ladies. So, and yes, I'm using a tampon, the empty one I use. So, tell me why, when I was younger, toxic shock syndrome used to keep me from wearing tampons. Because I used to think that if I just, stuck it in me and I went to go play basketball, because I was very active and I went to go play basketball, I would just get shocked and die. Like, that's what I thought. But after research, it's very rare nowadays. And it has yet to happen to me, knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't. So if that's stopping you from using a tampon, don't be scared. It will not. You can still definitely use a tampon if you are a virgin. So let's talk about when you use a tampon and you have to go pee or poop. When you go pee, you just, pull the string over to the side so you can pee, move it over so pee doesn't get on your string and you don't keep bacteria in your underwear and stuff like that. But I recommend, if you're going to go number 2, poop, let's just take the whole tampon out and throw it in the trash, use the bathroom, freshen up, get a new one. That's how you do that. Yes, let's go with that one. Personally, that's just what I do. You don't have to do it. No judgment if you don't. That's just what I do. That's just what I like. My preference. Birth control and periods. I will say that when I was heavier and I was on the marina, I had the IUD for 3 years. My period, I didn't have a period for almost 2.5 years because when you're on the marina, the IUD, you don't get a period. So if that's an option and you don't want a period, that's an option. And it's I my personal experience with it, it was great until 3 years. That's why I don't have it anymore. They last up to 5 years. My third year of having it, I started getting headaches and lightheaded and cramping, and I felt like I was getting a lot of side effects from it after having it for so long and not having any side effects. So I went ahead and removed it, and I actually don't have those problems anymore. So my advice, just throwing it out there, if you have the IUD and you start to feel side effects and you haven't had any, my advice would just be to remove it. You don't have to. Just my advice. That's what I did. It didn't too much affect my period, I would say, but when I got off of the IUD, my period was irregular for a few weeks, probably for about 2 months, and then it went back and regulated, so you don't have to worry about that. My period is actually pretty regular. I'm not one of the ones that have an irregular period, so I didn't need birth control to help try and regulate my period. They say that birth control can help and regulate your period. I don't know personally, because personally it just took mine away, which was amazing, y'all. No period for 3 years. What? No, but serious. Is it a myth that if you take a shower or a bath, you're not gonna bleed? No, it is not a myth. That is real. Of course, when you first get into the shower, you're gonna bleed because you just took your stuff off. You need to rinse off and things like that. Yes, of course. But after you've been in the shower for 5 minutes, ain't nothing coming out of you. You can take a bath, ain't nothing gonna come out of you. It's the water pressure. It's pressing against. You have the blood trying to come out, but then you have the pressure of the water, and it's keeping the blood back. I personally love taking baths. So yes, I've taken baths on my period, and I be in there soaking, exfoliating with my Epsom salt and all, and I feel great. I take regular showers when I'm lazy, too lazy to take a bath. So either one is good, whatever you guys decide. Don't be afraid that just because you're on your period, you can't take a bath, because you definitely can. I have this app, and I don't know if you guys can see, but it is literally a period tracker. So I have an iPhone, Android, doesn't matter what type of phone you have. You can type it in, go to your Play Store, Apple Store, and type in period tracker, and all types of menstrual period apps will pop up so you can help regulate or keep track of your period. It works for me. It literally is on point. If it's never not on point, it's maybe 1 or 2 days off, and then after that week it falls back up to being back on point, because periods come whenever they feel like coming. Y'all know this, right? Right. But thank y'all for tuning in to our period talk today. Yes, it was beautiful. It was wonderful. I'm glad to share all the advice and all the stories and all the information I have. Hopefully I helped somebody out. Hopefully I made someone laugh. Hopefully we got the same story, something.